Weight loss, by far, probably the #1 topic in the health and fitness industry, right? It's because you're not satisfied with how you look, how you feel, how you move. It's completely understandable and it's a great goal to have. However, are you doing it the right way? There are a lot of bad habits that I've seen people do over the years when it comes to weight loss. What happens when you do bad habits when it comes with weight loss? It's not sustainable, right? It's not your entire lifestyle. Right now, at the time of recording this video, we're heading into the new year. With the new year, there's always going to be the New Year's resolutioners or the new weight loss goals. And that's fine, but I personally can't stand New Year's resolution goals. I just think they're so short-lived, especially now in society. I just really don't like them. But I'm going to discuss some bad weight loss habits here for you guys, and definitely stick around to the end because the last habit I'm going to discuss is definitely important to be aware of. I will also make another video separate from this one to go over some healthy weight loss habits that you need to do because you want to lose weight. Nothing wrong with that. You want to feel good about yourself. You want to feel confident, right? Well, let's make sure we're aware of these habits so we can avoid having any weight loss mistakes, right? All right, guys, it's Butch from Fitness Psychology, where I discuss all topics, mindset, nutrition, and fitness, because these are the lifestyle habits you need to build to become a more confident and healthier you. So let's go ahead and jump into it on bad weight loss habits. With weight loss, that's a mentality, I think personally also. You got to put in the correct attitude and the right amount of effort into weight loss. And a lot of people like using for the quick fix and all that bull to get weight loss. It's just not real. There's no hack. But with this first habit here I want to talk about is this is really bad, but you're extremely restricting yourself. Yes, you want to eat in a caloric deficit to lose weight. That's simple math. But what happens is a lot of people is they restrict themselves way too much. You restrict yourself way too much. And so what happens is if you are doing some extreme restriction here, what's going to happen is think of the cause and the effect of this. If you're doing extreme restriction, what might happen is you're going to do some extreme binging or a bounce back, if you will, or a yo-yo. It's just, I'm tired of seeing it. So just make sure you're not restricting yourself too much. Yes, you want to eat in a caloric deficit. We know that, but just make sure you're not doing it too much. And a quick way to figure this out is if you're restricting yourself too much, you have low energy, you're not sleeping well, you're just all foggy. So be aware of those types of, if you're feeling that way, you might want to dial back and actually eat a little bit more. Okay, the second habit here I want to talk about, and this is really bad, is you are working out way too much. So you're going to probably notice a common theme here with this video. There's a lot of extremes going on right here. Obviously, you have to work out to lose weight. You have to incorporate cardio, you have to incorporate resistance training. But what happens is with people is they work out way too much. What happens is if you're working out a ton, you might think, okay, since I'm burning all these calories, now I get the chance to eat whatever now. I get to eat more because of that. That's not the case. And then sometimes what happens is people, they'll work out way more than they need to lose weight, because what happens is if you're working out so much, you can eat more, you feel like, and then you're not losing weight properly. So don't overtrain yourself. Again, weight loss is not that complicated. We just tend to make it. You have to make sure you're working out, right? But if you're doing it way too much, like if you're doing 2 a days and you're also restricting yourself, you're gonna end up crashing. And you don't wanna have that just psychologically, physically. Just make sure you're adding the correct amount of workouts to your routine. When you're eating in a caloric deficit, you're gonna have less energy sometimes. So you wanna be cautious of that and be aware. All right, the third habit I wanna talk about here is with what's bad with weight loss is you're consuming a lot of these weight loss shakes, like these protein shakes. Oh man, I can't stand this one. What happens is, so you go on a diet, you search online, and then you find out there's a plan you can take, and you can take like these weight loss shakes, or just normal like protein shakes, that's fine, whatever. But what happens is a lot of people don't realize if you're going to buy these like weight loss shakes, check out the ingredients on the back, because you're gonna find out there's a lot of processed ingredients. There's a lot of artificial sweeteners. With artificial sweeteners, what tends to happen is they actually spike your endorphins more than normal sugar, right? So the people who like their Diet Cokes and all that, you want to avoid that at all costs. So anything that's artificial, stay away from. So that actually includes like certain protein shakes. Again, if there's way too many ingredients, and check the sugar content, you'll be surprised and shocked of how much sugar and crap's actually behind them. So with this habit is you're using protein shakes and weight loss shakes and weight loss smoothies to lose weight, and it just doesn't happen. It really doesn't, because they have a lot of artificial sweeteners and sugars. So stay away from those types of beverages and also foods. Oh, protein bars are actually pretty good as well. Stay away from certain protein bars and also drinks. Okay, the fourth bad weight loss habit here that people tend to do is they treat themselves way too much. I love an awesome cheat meal. Give me some burgers, give me some fries, give me some pizza, nachos, you name it. Love it. But what happens is people, they tend to treat themselves way too much. Just because you're working out 3 days in a row, doing cardio for an hour, doesn't mean you get to have a pizza, right? You want to earn that stuff. You want to earn those meals. But what people tend to do is, with a weight loss kind of mentality, is they just think that if they just work out a ton, they can go ahead and treat themselves. So be wary if you're treating yourself too much. Try to stick with only 2 cheat meals per week. If you're really serious about weight loss, stick to 2 cheat meals. That's plenty, because you don't want to have a great week, Monday through Friday, right, of eating just solid meals and a caloric restriction. You worked out, you name it, and then you go on the weekend and then you have like 5 cheat meals. It just doesn't work that way. You're gonna lose everything that you gain, and then you're gonna become frustrated, and then it's a whole cycle. So stay away from that mentality. All right, the 5th weight loss habit that people tend to do that I think is just really bad, you're setting up yourself for unrealistic expectations, right? You didn't gain weight overnight, you're not gonna lose it overnight. I will say that a million times. But you're setting yourself up with unrealistic expectations. You wanna lose weight in a steady state, a steady manner. Because if you lose like 10 pounds within 10 days, that's too extreme. And then what happens is your body is not gonna acclimate to that change, into that internal environment. So slow and steady is always gonna win the race here when it comes to weight loss. But you're not like that, you know it. You wanna lose weight right now. And trust me, if there was a pill or there was a hack, I would be more than happy to share with you guys. But it's just the reality, it's not there. So keep your expectations, be realistic, right? And I love goals, trust me. I have a lot of them that people might think they're unrealistic, but when it comes to yourself, when it comes to your body, your nutrition, you want to be realistic here. So make sure you're setting the bar just where it's going to be difficult to reach, but it's going to be attainable. Let's just say you got that wedding or you got that vacation coming up, and then you want to lose 30 pounds in like 60 days. That might not happen, to be honest here. So stretch out your time window here. All right, the 6th bad weight loss habit here I want to discuss is, oh man, you try these supplements. You go for these weight loss supplements. Please just don't take any of these, guys. What happens is when you take weight loss supplements, basically what's going to happen is they're going to either have an intense amount of caffeine. It's going to like jack up your hormones a little bit. They're not there for the long term, and they're not there for a lifestyle. It really pisses me off because a lot of these weight loss supplements are just hacks and like marketing schemes, I just personally think, for someone to buy and hopefully they might lose weight, and they won't. Like maybe there are like a few and far between that can be considered, weight loss supplements that can help you out. But let's think of the mentality behind this and the psychology. You buy a weight loss supplement because you think that's going to help you lose 5 pounds. But so since you're taking that supplement, are you working out as hard as you should be now? Are you watching what you're eating as you should be? The answer is probably no, because you're using the weight loss supplement to be the answer. It's not. Stay away from them. All right, so since you stuck around to the end for this one, the seventh bad weight loss habit I want to talk about is you are looking for the diet. The diet. This one is interesting to me. I love the psychology behind it, but a new diet comes out, the carnivore diet or the keto diet. And what happens is people lose weight from that. And then they post it on their social medias or marketing, whatever. And then you're like, oh, I'm gonna try that. How about think about how you're viewing it? If you maybe just ate less sugary foods, less fatty foods, eat in a caloric deficit, you would lose weight. But instead, you're looking for that diet that's gonna be the answer to all of your problems. You're the problem. And you have to know that and take ownership, guys. That's where you gain the confidence in yourself, when you can finally take ownership of yourself and be accountable. Don't look for the next diet. Or if you are gonna try the diet, know this. It's probably not gonna be a permanent lifestyle change. It's always gonna be proteins, your healthy fats, and your carbohydrates. Those three macronutrients. You can't just eat meat solely for the rest of your life. You can't probably do keto for the rest of your life, to be honest. But don't use these diets as the answer. Use them as maybe as knowledge, as okay, maybe I can try these meals while also eating in a caloric deficit. I can go on a rant about this, guys, but I truly love it. Diets are just very, very fascinating to me because of just the psychology behind it and how people view them. It's very interesting to me how I've noticed that. But let me know down below, any of these habits I just listed, have you done them before? And that's perfectly fine. We've all been guilty of them. With fitness psychology, guys, I want you to be confident with yourself. But I want you to be aware of it is going to be the effort and the attitude you give yourself. I can't tell you, I can't have you do push-ups. I can't have you eat that chicken breast and broccoli. You're the one who's going to be the person who does it. So if you're doing any of these bad habits, just be aware of them and just make slight changes. Slight changes can meet profound, basically, results. But all right, guys, thank you again for watching this video. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit the like button, and then I will see you guys on the next film.